Playoffs.
Got to watch David Wilson. He's had some big returns, and they start with an onside kick.
An onside kick that appears to have been recovered by the Philadelphia Eagles to begin the game. And yes, the Eagles have the football. Game to start with a surprise.
And you almost have to figure on this, don't you? Why not? You come in here 4-11, division rivalry against the New York Giants. Why not start with this?
On the pass from Aaron Rodgers. And an onside kick, tried the big bounce. Bradley Fletcher was unbanded, and it looks like the Packers may have it. Mason Crosby with the onside kick try.
I can't imagine Packers not coming up with this thing. There's a whole bunch of green and gold around that. They do signal it's the Packers. What a bold move by Mike McCarthy. This thing goes, this is perfect. Straight up, you pass the 10 yards, you take out the front line, it's bouncing all over the place. Johnson had a chance to scoop it up, couldn't.
Yeah, we get an onside kick to start the second half.
A quasi Sean Payton Super Bowl move by Mike Mularkey, and it worked. Green is on top of it for the Jaguars. Wow, how about that?
And Miami an onside kick, trying to catch the Nets napping. And they do.
I'm not so sure, Ian. I think the Jets are in the bottom of this pile. No, the Dolphins reacting. You're absolutely right. The eagle eye one more time.
Move the ball after that. Get it in the end zone with a touchdown pass to John Kuhn. And we're tied at 10. Here's an onside kick try. That didn't work. And on the recovery, it's Derek Martin. And if you look at these guys here and Derek Martin, they do not move. I mean, they do not start to retreat, anticipating the ball to be kicked deep. That's an excellent job on their part.
He's 54 yards and a Vinatieri field goal in the end. Oh, onside kick try. McAfee recovers his own kick. They're the only team in the league this year to successfully get an onside kick recovery, and they've now got 3 on the year. The only team in the league with 1.
Yeah, short week. You got to be ready for special teams. Look how nobody in the middle. I'm sure they knew this on the game plan. Nobody turned and ran, but they were so far back, they had nobody there, Jim, to go up there and recover the football.
Look at this. McAfee like he's the only man on the field. Again, that's their 3rd onside kick. In this, the 6th game of the season. No other team in the league has one.
Back to receiving. They're going to start it with an onside kick. And Green Bay almost came up with it initially at the 47-yard line. And they do. After it was bobbled at first, Nick Collins comes up with the football.
Well, now we know he wanted to kick off first, and they definitely caught him by surprise. James Sanders on that side, you could see him begin to move back with his blocking responsibilities, and it was just an absolutely perfect onside kick.
They like to defer just so they don't have to face this situation where Peyton Manning gets the football in the second half after he's gone in and looked at all those pictures you see him looking at every time he comes off the field.
Onside kick to start the second half. And the ball bounces off the hands of a Colt. And it looks like the Saints had it for a second.
How about this way to start the second half?
And a Saints football. They recover the onside kick. What a fearless start to the second half.
David Akers is going to kick off for the Eagles, and back deep for Dallas, Jason Tucker and Michael Wiley, the rookie. Akers tries an onside kick to start the season.
Yeah, I saw that thing coming the way that he started. He started over on the right hash mark, and he came all the way across, and he just hit that thing, and the Cowboys were expecting the return, and they all started back.
The first half, this thing has flown by. Last week it was 0-0 at the half, Giants in New England. Here's an onside kick try. And it's recovered by the 49ers.
It really was a great kick, as you said, Joe, by David Akers, and more the kick rather than catching the Giants sleeping. The Giants start to go back.
but they recognize immediately that it was an onside kick. They react to it, they come up. But I just think the ball placement by David Akers, and then he got the hop. It's just perfect with Walker then coming down with the ball.
Will kick it off to Mike Goodson, who is standing 8 yards deep. They're going to try an onside kick off the deflection. The Jaguars come up with it. Jacksonville had the bye week. They've looked fresher. They've looked sharper. And Jacksonville catching Oakland off guard.
And the Eagles and Cowboys are underway. And there's the onside try. And it's grabbed by the Cowboys. And heading in is Randall Williams. And he's got a touchdown. The Cowboys were ready.
Teams going in opposite directions.
The Broncos won the opening flip. They deferred. They'll take it here. As you can see,
it's an onside kick, and it looks like the Chargers got it.
As they try to work an extra possession. And let's see who might be at the bottom of that pile. Irving is 56, is at the very bottom for.
How about this? An official's down there. He's scrapping for the ball to really see who got it. Looks like the Chargers going to come away with this one, Kevin. Wow. That's right. Stealing a possession away from Peyton Manning and the Denver Broncos. If you're ever going to be a Peyton Manning-led football team, you have to find a way to steal possessions. You've got to maintain ball control to keep him on the sideline. This is one way of going about it.
It's throughout the stands. Titans won the toss, elected to defer. An onside kick to start the game from Ryan Suckup. And it is Joe Thomas who recovers for the Packers.
Really good play by Joe Thomas, and you can see a little bit at this kick. It's something different. You're looking for some type of clue. There's a little bit of slide right there towards the middle of the field. This is a middle onside kick. You're trying to get your guys down there to block. A lot of times.
There's the onside, and it's up in the air and on the ground, and Tennessee has it, it looks like.
Looks like it came off a stealer right to one of the Titans.
They do.
No, not one guy.
Well, one official
We're getting conflicting signals here. One official is giving it to Tennessee, one to Pittsburgh. Again, a high pooch kick. Is Werner going to come up with this ball? It sure is. It bounces off of Sylvester originally. It bounces off of Arnez Battle, number 81. And then you can see right there, Sylvester's got a shot at it. He can't corral it.
That's where he tends to run into problems. He can get a little more help from his wide receivers because, oh, here we go, onside kick. How about that?
Interesting play call by Chicago, and they recover the football as they catch Tennessee napping. That'll get Mike Mularkey's blood boiling.
So 10-14 here to play in the first half. And a onside kick attempt, or did the ball just fall off the tee?
The ball fell off the tee prior to the kicker getting to the ball. We will re-kick.
Yeah, well, that's what they all say. I think that was planned. Fall right now. And see, now the Chiefs are saying, wait a minute. That was a pretty well orchestrated onside kick.
Let's try it again. But I tell you, I was down there on the field beforehand, before the game, and up here it doesn't look too windy. It's a swirling wind down there, very windy, and it plays tricks on these kickers.
By rule, that ball has to be on the tee of some sort when it's kicked off. Ricky Price will come in and hold on the play.
The eternal kid.
Oh, here we go. Watch out. Oh, I wanted to see that. That's great.
And it's covered up by Thomas Deku of the Atlanta Falcons.
That's the trick kick right there. Watch all the stuff that Phil Dawson does on this one. Not only does he change direction for the onside kick, but he back heels this thing like a soccer player. Right? Boom, there you go. He didn't quite get it 10 yards, but pretty cool.